And good evening, Alex Answer here, February 26th, 2017, one day after my 37th birthday. For a few days I've been contemplating my next video entitled, The Lessons from My Life, because in our lifetime there are so many things for us to learn, wisdom to accrue that comes from direct experience. And so this is going to be the first video to be uploaded and posted for subscribers at outsidethebox.vhx.tv. Before we begin, I'd like to say hello to the 4 subscribers, and this has been a long time coming. The lessons in my life, well, to kick this off, in a really loose, relaxed way, without a script, I invested, first time I'm telling you the story. Talk about synchronicity, talk about a sign. If this isn't a sign, I don't know what is. Lessons from my life. The universe has a lot of signs. I said, and I posted on Facebook, which, by the way, I'm trying to quit at some point. I am taking a leap of faith and I'm spending most of the money in my bank account, $200 for 50 hours of HD video over at vhx.tv. There are benefits to hosting your videos on a private space. Of course, a lot of people don't really think about this until they start being affected by the YouTube algorithm. What I saw myself do was take that leap of faith and spend that $200, and there was some money that came in the form of donations, and there were 3 people that signed up, 3 new people. Startup fee at the moment, membership is $8. That is going to come down as more people subscribe and as I add more content. The donations plus the amount spent on 3 subscriptions, which totals $24. In donations, $176. And I want to thank those of you that donated, including Matt. Thank you very much for your donation. So how much in donations? Exactly like within $1, like within $1 literally of 200. And 200 exactly was spent. So the lessons from my life. Sometimes when you go for something, whether it be starting an Access TV show, starting a radio show, starting a podcast, doing that drawing, you got to be your own motivator. You can't rely on other people in this world to be your guiding light. If anything, you're trying to be a light for them. It helps to have support. We also have to learn how to pick ourselves up and move our lives forward from scratch, whether it be a business situation, personal endeavor. I use the example of independent media. We all know that's not the only example. So if you really want something, if you really believe in something, you have to go out and get it, regardless of whether people support you or understand you at the moment that you're doing it. Some of the lessons from our lives can be a little traumatic. And it's important to learn from the lessons and not stay in the wound. Okay, lessons from my life. People used to read more. There's a bigger dumbing down of society coming from this internet connection. Internet addictions more specifically. And it can happen to all of us. And when you have an abundance of something, really, including information, that also equates to an abundance of propaganda. And as another YouTuber noted in her criticism in her video a few years ago regarding Facebook, it allows for people to have a connection even though they're far away. Now, the dark side of that, which we're seeing now, when you have people falling under a spell, the illusions of separation, i.e. what we call racism, white supremacy, but not only white supremacy, but other forms of racial supremacy that we see from others, including those that want to kill white people. You see this racial supremacy radicalization and then so many flavors to choose from on the web that are propagating and catapulting so much of this hateful propaganda. And so the very thing that is somewhat of a liberator is the very thing that is the enslaver for those that the internet is able to pull into its web. And it's almost as if YouTube, in a big way, and I've seen it, that's why I'm going to be doing more of these videos in a more serious manner on demand, because that's where it needs to be. YouTube has shown itself to me to be an entity in and of its own. And that can be toxic to the person that's trying to impact the hive mind. So lessons from my life. The internet's like a drug. Be very careful with how much you take in of that energy. To understand that energy. To be responsible when you handle that energy. Like putting a coal in the fire, taking a coal out of the fire, using a special utensil. And being calm as you do it. Or maybe some large piece of construction equipment, and it's like a scene from the Terminator, and we're going in for the maybe we've got to make our way into Mordor to throw the ring of power so Sauron cannot grab it, or something to that effect. We have to be very careful with dealing with powerful energy, and it should not be misused.